Thank you, friends. Hello! We're live on the internet, probably, maybe. How is everyone tonight? As I do a few more technical things, because I am definitely prepared to stream tonight. It's only been like half a month. Alright, friends. We're gonna play some Monster of the Week with some good anime kids. Thank you! Thank you, Matthias!
Exciting.
And that very loud notification that I should definitely fix.
Totally not going to break the moment at any point.
Lordy. I have sound disabled. That's hecka weird. I don't know why it's still playing. Whatever, Streamlabs.
We'll fit it into the next one. It's fine. It's fine.
We'll work it in.
Yeah.
Hello, chat. Hope you're all doing great this fine Friday evening. It's been like a little over a month since we were last here. Because we were cursed by all the yokai last week and got our death of colds. I think 3 of us were down for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But we will not be contained. We will not be beaten. We are back and ready. Probably a little sniffly, but it's okay. We'll deal. So, let's see. We have a bunch of new things. We have new overlays. We have new character art.
Woo.
Which you can see around.
All the magic of the art and
with a lot of helpful input from excellent designer Dylan as well. So thank you, dude. That was wonderful.
good stuff.
And we are only on episode 2, I think, officially, because we had like a pilot episode. I'm calling that episode 0 because there was a gigantic tone shift.
So, like, our skull got murdered, but, hijinks.
I feel like our episode 0 was kind of like the end of a season, tonally. And then we just sort of went from that to the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that's it.
Actually, it's been a time
I don't know. They still managed some comedy in there, like get rid of the computer.
I mean, that's fair. But yeah, so this is Monster of the Week in the style of a supernatural dramedy anime? Something like that. Anime kids with powers hunt yokai. That's the shtick. So we have, let's roll around and meet the cast, starting with our chosen.
Oh boy. Hello. Yes, I am Dylan. I use he, him pronouns. My character tonight is Ginji, who also uses he, him pronouns. He is the chosen, but if you ask him, he's just a high school student, and he would really like you to leave him alone so he can study for this test. Thank you.
Yeah, poor Ginji is not getting any rest. Not if Kokuri-san has anything to say about it. But we're going to skip over Trash Fox for a minute and go over to Risa, our monstrous. Why don't you tell us about yourself and her?
I'm Linda, she, her. I play Risa, also she, her, who has yokai blood. She is descendant of Yamato no Orochi. And she is now Snake Mom. Because she has a best friend who is hapless, and she's spending most of her time taking care of him now.
Oh, she go.
Very aggressive, Nick Mom.
Yes.
She's already had to help with their assistance. She's already gotten their help to save Shingo's ass from the mess he got himself into because he doesn't know how to say no.
And we have a storm of hosting thanks to Grant. Thank you, Grant. I know that's you unloading your hosting rights.
Hi, Grant. How's it going?
Excellent. And we will move right along to our resident yokai expert. So tell us about yourself and about Dear Mew.
Okay, hi everyone. My name's M, she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Miu, also she, her pronouns, who is our club president, resident yokai expert, and he's just so happy that everyone else is just as excited about hunting yokai as she is.
Sure.
It's just a thing that is definitely true.
Club president and only actual member of the club. You know?
Don't tell her. She doesn't know. Let her dream.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Listen,
It's okay. It's okay. There will be recruiting happening eventually. Maybe. And last but certainly not least, of course, our little creepy child. Tell us about Eiko and yourself.
Hello, I'm Julie. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me at SoftStruggle on Twitter if you'd like. Eiko is, Eiko has a lot going on. Not a lot of it shows on her face. Is the best way to put that. It's fine. It's fine. She's okay.
Yeah,
It's definitely fine.
she's absolutely okay. Oh my goodness, thank you, Grant, for the bits. You are a kind soul.
Eiko fences things. That is her club role. And this club that she's totally a part of. And she's fine. She's okay.
It's fine. She's fine. It's fine.
I'm
She's
still waiting
tiny,
for
she's
the.
fine, and she senses things.
No
I'm
worries.
still waiting for the whole. So you guys are club members, and everyone else saying no, and me over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we have club member number 1, we have club member number 2, and we have club member number 3, and soon we shall have 4 and 5, and everything is fine.
Yep. Yep. I'm sure Miyu has an entire elevator pitch when someone asks about the club.
Do you have
She's
attendance?
made badges.
Of course she has.
There probably is an attendance sheet. Let's be real.
Oh,
She
Just-
absolutely does call roll every single meeting. Like, that's a thing that's been happening.
Sneak into the teacher's lounge to use their laminator. for your
God.
quiz.
that is fair. And then I guess there's me. I am the keeper of all this. I'm Jess. This. I'm Jess, she, her. Generally, as keeper, my role will manifest in the form of this good club of kids, kind of chaotic kitsune, familiar friend, guardian, whatever the heck he is. They summoned him when they were kids, and then re-summoned him later. It's complicated. Kokuri-san is he, him, as far as we all know. But he's a kitsune, so he can do whatever the heck he wants, really.
Mhm.
But, with that in mind, shall we dive into our second episode?
Got that, Ginji?
Hi.
Alright,
Gambarimasu.
so we will proceed. Ginji. It's the weekend, midday-ish. You're on a date with Hanako.
Oh, fuck you.
You're welcome.
Oh. Okay. Okay, what season is it again?
We'll say it's spring.
It's spring, midday. I think we're walking through the park, probably.
Okay.
Like after maybe. Yeah, after I went and picked her up, we're like on our way to somewhere.
Okay.
walking
Passing through the park.
Mm-hmm.
And being as it's spring, there's probably quite a lot of cherry blossoms around. The scent is fresh and all about. What would Ginji do to take Hanako on a date?
Ooh. I think so. We've established that there's this flower thing going on where like there was a particular flower that she liked that he knew about. So I think that's like a point of connection for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a flower show going on
Okay.
this weekend that they're going to. There's like some small neighborhood community center.
Yeah.
With like cultivated roses of different kinds.
Okay. Yeah, and you know, from visiting her shrine, you know, in particular, that she has an abundance of azaleas at the shrine. It's somewhat known for that. But she likes other flowers quite a bit as well, because she sees azaleas every day. So the two of you are walking under the dappled sunlight of the trees on your way to the festival. And she's kind of blithely chattering on. Just not talking about anything particularly of note, just, you know, some silly things that happened in school. Another strange theory Miyu had that she just thought was the cutest thing.
Yeah.
And
Miyu's like that.
I know. You should really take a little more time to get to know her, Ginji. She's not so bad.
Yeah, totally. Ginji, by the way, has his hands in his pockets, and his shoulders are like up to his ears. For sure.
A little tense, perhaps?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hanako, as she walks, she keeps pace a little bit ahead of you, and frequently tends to spin around so she can face you while she walks and just sort of trots along backwards, occasionally checking her pace. There's a spring in her step.
Well, anyway, I was thinking maybe we could all go out sometime.
Yeah. That sounds great.
I mean, there's gonna be a festival at the shrine for my birthday. Well, not for my birthday, exactly. It just sort of happens to coincide with my birthday.
What? Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. You'll come though, right?
Of course.
Oh, you don't have cram school, right?
And he like does the nervous like hand on the back of the head thing, and he definitely does.
Of course he does.
And like maybe we get a cutaway to his planner or something. With, like the entire week is just filled up. No, I don't. I should be free.
She sort of slows down a little bit and stops and looks at you for a long time and then leans in.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
That's really sweet, though.
I'm not lying.
Well, anyway, it'll be good to see you there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I like look around at the park. Does anything seem out of place? Like, does this feel?
No.
This just seems totally normal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should hurry up. We're gonna be late.
Okay, come on.
And she sort of hooks your arm and starts pulling you along. And you walk, and as you get toward where the little flower festival is, it seems like the sunlight has kind of, like the trees have closed in a little bit and the sunlight is going away. It's nowhere near evening, so it's a bit strange. And Hanako has been a bit quiet for a while. But keeps walking.
Yeah, I think I noticed that like it's gotten darker, and that she's gotten quieter. Oh, are you cold? I start to like unbutton my jacket.
And when she turns to look at you, you don't give me that face. You're faced with the image that you very clearly remember when she was killed. It's Hanako's face, but streaming down like tear tracks is blood. And there are dark, empty, gaping sockets where her eyes should be.
Ginji, help me.
Hanako, what's going on? I like reach out toward her.
I'm lost. I can't see. Ginji!
And I'll like try and grab her shoulders.
Your hands pass through. And she's turning her head around as if trying to see and just repeating over and over,
Ginji, help me. I can't see. I can't see.
Oh, hold on. I'll figure something out.
And as you try to reach for her again, she starts to move and goes right through you. And the chill is like a knife in your chest, and you sit up in bed. And it's morning, and your alarm is going off.
I turn off my alarm. Look out the window. And like confirm that it's daytime.
It's closer to summer, which tracks with your memory in the real world.
I look around my room. There's like a desk, probably, like nothing up on the walls. Maybe a magazine sitting on the desk. Some like Business Weekly or something.
God.
He's the worst.
This boy. Slight retcon, it's actually spring still. I can read my own dates in the file.
I like reach over to my bedside or bedstand where my alarm clock is and check my phone for like notifications.
Mm-hmm. And the notification, you have a calendar notification that reads April 15th. Happy birthday, Hanako-chan. And as you look at that, we pull away from the phone and we see Miyu looking at her phone in the morning with that same notification. What's Miyu doing in the morning?
Miyu in the morning, she has a series of websites that she checks every single morning. None of them are legitimate. They're all probably like conspiracy sites and stuff, but like this is just part of her normal routine. But I think this is probably the stage of the morning where she was starting to actually get ready for school. And her phone is lying on the desk, and it's next to a picture frame that's of her and Hanako when they were a little bit younger in front of the shrine. And so she looks at her phone and holds up the picture and just says, "Happy birthday," and then gets on with her morning.
And meanwhile, we cut away to a large, old Maison-style apartment building elsewhere in the neighborhood. And Eiko is leaving, saying goodbye to someone in the house. She walks out of the door with her bag and such in hand and looks at her phone and likewise sees the notification marking Hanako's birthday.
I think she stops and looks at it for a long minute. And then puts her phone in her pocket without dismissing the notification and keeps walking.
Yeah. And so, as you each continue your morning, you all sort of converge close to the shrine on your way to school with, I think, Miyu, you had plans to visit Hanako's resting place at the shrine after school. Ordinarily, you would have plans after school to hang out, but so it goes. And as you're headed to school, you also run into Risa and her charge friend, Shingo.
I believe is the term.
Her tiny son.
her tiny son.
Let's start simple. The word is no.
I know. It's fine. I had an extra lunch that I brought for myself that day.
That you gave away when someone noticed you had it.
I wasn't that hungry anyway.
That's fine. This one is staying with me until it's time for you to eat.
Okay.
And if I catch you offering anyone else anything out of it, so help me, you are eating it through the nose.
Okay.
Good point.
And he's just sort of cowering.
Yeah, she just kind of gave him an affectionate little on the head.
He's like, okay. The three of you.
How tall is Shingo, anyway?
Like 5'2". He's small.
Okay, so yeah, she towers over him.
You three come up on these two having a conversation that appears to be very rote for them. And Shingo kind of waves to all of you. Oh, hi! Morning!
Hey.
Wow.
Good morning. Good morning, Risa.
Well, if it isn't the crazy bunch, what are you guys doing?
Ghost Club, actually, is the term.
Folklore Club.
Ghost Club.
Oh, yeah. How is Ghost Club going?
It's not...
Oh, it's great. How long has it been since our last adventure?
Probably been a couple weeks.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, in that case, Miyu starts like listing off like all like the cool stuff that they've done since then, even if it's been like we retrieved an artifact for a kitsune when it was like literally just like we went grocery shopping.
That's
like
definitely
totally
what actually happened.
Yeah,
But
she is making it sound amazing.
Don't you think you're embellishing a little bit, Miyu?
No.
Wow, an artifact for a kitsune? That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Was it magic?
You needed more cup of noodle.
Miyu gives Ginji just like a really sharp jab in this.
I mean, it was a powerful spiritual stone. For me. It was cool.
Wow. Oh, that's
And
amazing.
Risa's just back there makes a sound towards Ginji.
Oh, I wish I could join. Wouldn't that be cool, Risa?
That sounds really dangerous and like not a thing you should be doing.
Yeah, I'm not really one for clubs.
Oh.
I mean, just kind of holding up her bandaged up hands.
Well, I don't think that would stop anybody, right?
I haven't been in a club my entire life. Think about it.
Well, you were really helpful to our club.
Let's get in.
Well,
Join. I'll talk to Clickety-san about it. I'm sure he'd be all for it.
I'm just kind of looking past me at Ginji because I did hear that. So it's like, well, if you want next time, I'll just stand back and watch.
Really? You did not expect her to say yes.
She doesn't say yes. She just she said to Ginji, next time I'll just stand back and watch.
Yeah, better than getting in the way.
I'm sorry, were you apologizing for what you were doing?
I
So,
don't see what you apologize for.
hey, are you guys ready? Well, I have a big test, so I was thinking I might go to the Kato Shrine after school and pray a lot. You all know the Kato Shrine is the shrine owned by Hanako's family, the Kobayashi family.
I think you'll probably do more for you than praying, you know.
I think Ginji puts a hand on Shingo's shoulder and we get this like steep shot from below where like the entire top half of Ginji's face is dark with his eyes peer out. And he says, Shingo, you need studying, not prayer.
I have been studying, but I get really bad test anxiety.
We get a different shot, like a jump cut, like Finn up looking off, tears streaming down his face. Hard work is the only way you can succeed, Shingo.
Is there like the freaking flag of Japan with rays coming out of it behind him?
Absolutely.
As he's doing this, Risa is starting to walk away and just going, see you later, Shingo. You're not going to keep up.
All right, Shingo, what are you having trouble with? Is it math?
Not exactly. I'm pretty good at math.
All right, well, let's see your notes. I'm like opening his backpack.
And I am now doubling back to pick up my son.
Wait, no, I'm gonna just look at the notebook.
I think like, while Shingo is just like struggling with Ginji digging in its backpack while his backpack is still in his back, like Eiko leans in kind of like it's a secret and it's like, I'm going to the shrine after school if you would like to join.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Why are you going?
You know, I think she just takes her cell phone out and shows him the birthday notification on her phone.
Oh,
Shingo.
I'm sorry.
These dates are all wrong. Have you even been reading your history textbook?
What? Hey, that's my notes! And I think the procession carries on much like this as you head to school.
One last thing while Ginji is still digging around in his backpack and as he's starting to panic, he feels a hand on his shoulder from the front, and Miyu in front of him with a giant glint in her eye holds up some sort of like weird like pentagram charm thing.
Is it the same camera, like the same shot but the reverse?
God.
Oh my god, it is!
God.
Okay, Risa is done being subtle.
Sorry,
He's
at a time.
taking the bag in one hand, Shingo in the other, and just kind of hefting him up like this, just carrying him and walking away from these two scary people.
One of us on either side.
Having trouble on a test? I have just the thing.
Meanwhile, Eiko like, I have to go to the shrine to see my dead friend. Would you like to join?
Don't you want to join this club? No. Oh, well.
You know, he still does.
She means well. I promise.
Yep.
Ignore that bad feeling.
She can't help that she's creepy as fuck.
Those, if you put on rose-colored glasses, all of the flags just look like flags. It's fine.
Someone clip that. All right. Yeah, I think you all proceed to school. The school day is fairly unremarkable unless there's anything in particular you all would like to do with part of your day.
I think actually toward the end of school, Genji's gonna go talk to Miyu.
Okay.
And I think he meets you outside your classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Which he's never done before. He during school time, he hangs out with his friends.
Right.
And then out of school time, club stuff happens. Hey, Miyu, can I talk to you for a second?
Yes, of course. Now? Here? Right now?
Yeah. And he's gonna like stand there awkwardly and wait for like people to file down the hall.
If your club room's this way.
I'm not going to the club anymore.
Sorry?
I'm not coming to the meetings anymore.
Okay. Say that again, and this time give me an actual reason.
I don't
mean you're not coming to club anymore.
I don't think I'm supposed to be there. And it's really cutting into my studying, and my grades have dropped an entire percentage. And
how many people are around us right now?
I'd say most of the folks have been filtering out of their classrooms and have gotten on to their clubs or are going home. So probably pretty empty hallway at this point.
Actually, is the classroom empty?
There might be one or two straggler students, and the teacher.
Okay.
We already know that the school is full of empty classrooms, though.
Yeah.
That is established.
Absolutely.
That has been established in the fiction.
That's great.
Yeah, if you glance into this particular classroom, you can see Hijikata-sensei is packing up his things and preparing to exit.
Okay. I think Miu stands there for a second, frozen. And then she starts to get a little angry. Which I don't think Ginji has seen Miu actually angry before, because when she gets angry, she gets serious. Not her normal excitable, like everything. Like he's seeing a face on me that I don't think he's ever actually seen before. Your grades are slipping. That's your problem?
Yeah.
You know today's Hanako's birthday, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to the shrine?
Of course.
Ginji, are you going to the shrine?
Of course I am.
You know, I wish we could have saved her too. You're not the only one who misses her. She was the only real friend I had. And I'm still fighting.
Of course you are.
Do you think it's just going to stop at her? People are going to keep getting hurt. I'm trying to do something about it, and you can do something about it. Why can't you see that?
I can't.
You can't. I've seen you do it. Shingo's alive because of you. I'm alive because of you. Because you didn't run away when you could have. So what's more important, Ginji? Solving math problems? Or the people who are still alive around you?
Miu, I'm still alive. For now. I don't know how long that's gonna last. We have someone who can throw trucks. Eiko can see the future. You know magic. You know everything that's going on. What do I have? Math. And a stupid sword that I don't even want. And every time Kokuri-san mentions a monster, I see our classmates. And all I can think is that's going to be me.
Look.
I don't know any of what's happening. This isn't my world.
That's because you keep trying to run away from it. That's what I've been trying to show you this whole time. If you would just listen. That sword you have isn't there to make your life harder. And if you just look beyond yourself for 1 second, you can see it.
Miu, if you looked beyond yourself, you'd know that you're just trying to make other people fit into your world.
I'm trying to help people. You don't know the first thing about me, Ginji. You haven't tried. I'm trying to make a difference because I can. And you've seen what I can do. I can do little magic, and I know a couple of things. But that sword you have, it's already saved more people than I could on my own. I need you, Ginji, and I'm sorry this is hard. But if you would just let me help you, this could be so much easier. You're not... I can't say I'm not going to let you get hurt, because that would be a lie. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm scared too, okay? But I was a little less scared with you there. I kind of thought that mattered. But if you're quitting, if you're just gonna walk away and let what happens to the rest of us happen, then I can't stop you. And she puts out her hand for the badge that has Omori High School Ghost Club member number 3 on it, that she gave to Ginji when he joined.
Ginji reaches into his pocket and pulls out his wallet, pulls the card out, and looks at it for a second. And he summons the sword and puts the card in the same hand with the sword and holds them out. I just can't do this. I don't belong here.
Well, Hanako, I said happy birthday. And I take the sword and the card. And I walk off to the club room.
And Ginji goes to the shrine.
All right. As you start to head off, Hijikata-sensei is definitely in the classroom and didn't leave, just kind of was waiting in the doorway for you two to step out. And then he passes you by, Ginji, as you start to walk away, because he's headed toward the teacher's lounge, and your paths sort of coincide. And you feel a hand just kind of briefly thump you on the shoulder. Not hard, just... You think giving up's that easy? Getting rid of a sword is never going to be that simple. Good luck.
Huh?
He just kind of he just kind of stacks his papers in his arms and strides off to the teacher's office.
I feel like that was about something else.
The rest of you, Eiko, you found Shingo, I think, after class.
Great. Shingo definitely wants to be alone with me right now, I'm sure.
Well, he's got Risa, who usually finds him immediately after class as well, because they typically will go home together. But
if I don't, he's going home broke.
Yeah, and you did agree to head to the shrine, so.
Mm-hmm.
How does Eiko greet this boy?
Just a wave. I don't. Maybe even like a really formal, like a formal, semi-formal bow, something like that.
He's coming
Just,
out. Yeah, he comes out of his classroom and is like, "Oh, hi, Eiko.
Hello.
We're going to the shrine, huh?
Yes.
Where's the rest of the club?"
And Shingo bent to the club room.
No.
Okay. I think if Eiko couldn't find Miyu or Ginji out in the hallway immediately afterwards because it sounds like they had their little spat and then went their separate ways.
Yeah.
I think her first inclination would be to check the club room.
Okay.
And I think all she says is just very ominously, "Follow me."
Risa just follows both of them, walking only as quietly as a snake can.
Shingo follows.
Like,
As
oh,
we
I
go
am not
down-
leaving him alone with her.
Several sets of stairs down, like, into the basement.
It's gloomy here. There's like water dripping
Yeah.
down the
And like the
shadow is way longer than it should be.
yeah, the like lights are a little creepy, you know. It's fine. No big deal.
What
No
do
Why
you
big
the
deal.
hell are you going down here?
Club room.
In the basement?
Mhm.
What is that, a crypt or something?
It's safe.
Okay. For who? There's some bullshit going on in Zoom chat, everybody.
I'll keep that opportunity in mind for next time. Next time we invite a poor hapless child down to our club.
Yes. Yes. Of
I'm
course.
sure this will be the last time.
It's safe. It's safe for us.
Like
Safe from what exactly?
also just you three, just the club, or who's us?
No comments.
Okay.
And
So
this is
cool,
why
cool.
I'm coming along.
Cool.
so she goes to the club room for however long this torture endures. And, you know, checks to see if Ginji and Miyu are in there, and they're heading to the shrine too.
Yeah. Was Miyu planning to stop by the club room first?
Yeah, I think Miyu is there feverishly working.
Mhm.
Yeah, and she has the sword. Oh, I think we actually have like weirdly like a just inexplicably a very very fancy like curio cabinet in here
Oh.
that's got all sorts of artifacts in it and stuff.
I'm sure it's definitely got a rack where like a full set of swords would rest.
exactly. Yeah, so Ginji's sword is displayed there now, and not prominently. It's been like shoved off to the side, and his badge is in there also. I don't know how immediately noticeable that is to Eiko, but Miyu is at the desk and just feverishly writing a report.
I'm stopping cold at the door, just staring at that sword.
Risa?
Oh,
When Shingu
sword?
says that, Miyu kind of starts. Eiko, hi. Shingo, Risa, hello.
The shrine.
Why are you here?
Well, we were all gonna go to the shrine together.
And I'm not trusting him with you guys.
Risa.
You guys, yeah. I was just finishing up. And she, clearly was not done with what she was writing, but does a few more, gestures with it, with the enormous quill pen that she's, of course, writing this with.
Naturally.
Naturally. God damn it.
I hate everything about this right now.
I mean, not wrong.
Not wrong.
Hang on, I need to make a decision roll here because I can't decide.
Of course.
Okay. And okay, so she sends it from the desk, files her report in the appropriate File cabinet that Kokiri-san definitely never fucking opens.
It's probably got dust on the handle, let's put it that way.
Yeah, but it is packed with reports. And she motions to the others. You guys walk on ahead. I'll catch up in a second.
Okay. So, the others will file out.
Yeah, I did not move past that door the entire time.
Snack mom gonna mom.
That, and I was also just eyeballing that damn sword the whole damn time.
Can't imagine why.
I do think Eiko, if Shingo, I mean, Eiko, like, actually entered the club room, and I don't think Shingo and Risa did, but Risa definitely did. But I think Eiko hangs back once the other two start heading back out. Looks at Ginji's sword and badge, and then looks at Miyu, and just, Ginji?
He decided he wanted to quit. That's what he's decided.
Oh.
And I couldn't convince him otherwise. No.
Okay.
You go on ahead. I'll be there in a sec.
Okay. And she goes and leads Risa and Shingo out of the terrifying basement level.
Although before she shows up, potentially, if Risa look back and realize she wasn't coming, if we get lost and die down here, I'm coming back and haunting all of you.
She'd do it.
She totally would.
Okay, so, the other three file out.
Yeah, Miyu does in fact come along in a second. Okay.
Maybe it's just the spooky music, but I suspect Miyu's up to something.
This is true.
Sorry, I don't have a theme for your lair yet.
I like the spooky music for the lair.
It does fit the lair. Like, it fits the lair a lot. Okay, here's an idea. If I roll for magic, can I delay its effect?
I don't see why not.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, just in case. So Miyu is, as you may have guessed, absolutely taking the sword with her to the shrine. But I kind of want to see if I can enchant it so that anyone could use it potentially by using the whole do one thing that is beyond human limitations.
Okay.
Just in case.
Go ahead and roll for that.
Don't worry, Ginji, I'm not stealing your weapon. Oh, that's fun. Okay, yeah, okay. So that's an 8. So that's an effect and a glitch.
Okay.
Can I choose to delay that and if this comes up, pick a glitch later that's most narratively appropriate?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, for all intents and purposes, you seem able to carry the sword around.
All right. Miyu kind of steals her shoulders, looks down at the sword. All right. And stows it in, like, I'm sure she's got some ridiculous, huge goth bag. Tote bag. Goth, it's like
The
covered
biggest
in like
goth
oh God,
duffel
like,
bag.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Oh god.
Just
Goth
the
purse of
worst
holding.
Yeah.
Goth purse of holding, yes. Lots of lace, I'm sure.
So much lace, definitely lots of like terrible ribbons and stuff. Like
Some girls.
it's got like a little like magic circle charm on it.
Oh, god.
No. Yeah. He apparently exclusively shops at Hot Topic circa like 2008.
Perfect.
But anyway.
I believe it.
But yeah. Anyway, somehow she has managed to stow this thing in there and is carrying it with her to the shrine.
Yeah. All right. So I think...
I also took Ginji's badge.
Sounds good.
Gonna
I
manage.
think we will go ahead and take our break here and then pick up when we get to the shrine. So we will see all y'all in about 15 minutes. My timer seems to be broken. I don't know why, but 15 minutes should be about right. So we will see you all shortly.
Okay.
Hello, friends. We're back. There were
Absolutely
shenanigans.
Not
to be
discussing
had.
things.
Shenanigans? Us? Never.
Well, okay, there was exactly one shenanigan. Maybe two.
It was just a very long shenanigan.
Anyway, we've returned to these sad kids. After there was a little bit of an argument after school between Ginji and Miyu. And some stuff in the club room, which was by no means creepy, and in the basement boiler room of the school, it was fine. They came out alive. And I think now we're going to, we cut to the shrine, the Kato shrine, where that Hanako's family owns. Ginji, you come here every day, don't you?
Yep.
And I think you know the path to where Hanako's marker rests. You head through the tunnel of Tori gates along a bridge that runs over a stream on the shrine toward the back of the property. And you come to a large, old tree. Her stone sits in front of it. You can kind of see when you look beyond it in the little grassy area. The tree itself has various points carved out and ages and things like that marked in. It looks like this was probably where her parents would mark how she grew as she grew up. Is there anything you're doing while you're here?
Yeah. So, as I walk up, I unsling my backpack, and open it up and pull out a small jar that holds like a clipped rose from the rose show that happened a few days back. And it's like sitting in a small layer of water. Hi, Hanako. I brought you something. I never got to ask you to go, but there's this show that happens at the neighborhood center every year. I thought you would have really liked it. So happy birthday, I guess. Kneels down and sets the rose on the right in front of the marker. And I think he just sort of kneels in silence for a little bit.
And there's a little bit of activity in the main courtyard of the shrine, so you hear the distant sounds of people and such. A lot of noise and clamor and preparation for the festival that the shrine is hosting, but it's all in that section. When you kind of glance up, you see the little black shoes that Hanako tended to wear with her school uniform, and her loose socks. And as you look further up, you can kind of see her standing there, but you can see the texture of the grass and the tree sort of through that image.
Hello again. I'll stand up. Can you see me this time?
She seems to be looking in your direction, but looking past you or through you, it's hard to say. But this looks a little different. This time, rather than just looking a little somber, excuse me, she looks frightened. And for a moment, your mind kind of flashes you back to that horrific image in your dream.
I turn around to look where she's looking.
Nothing seems to be there.
Damn it. Can you hear me? Come on, Hanako, anything.
She remains there. And as you say that, I think we cut to the others. Who's leading the way? Miyu, Eiko?
Eiko.
Eiko?
Yeah, I think Eiko would make the most sense.
Okay.
Miyu has been kind of dragging her feet, knowing that Ginji was already heading that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, Eiko, as you lead the way, you can hear Ginji make that shout.
Mhm.
And when you get there, you see him sort of shouting at the tree at first, it looks like.
I'm just resting a hand on Shingo's shoulder as the other two are going ahead. Just kind of tucking her back a little bit.
Mhm.
This is looking kind of private.
I think Eiko keeps walking forward. And if she can get close enough to Genji without him noticing.
That's a good question. How good is my hearing? Like,
Well, also, Eiko's whole thing is that she's creepy as hell. Like, her just
That's
appearing
true.
and being there
Yeah.
makes me super fit.
Yeah.
Great. So
Pretty sure
Um,
Eiko can be, like, ninja silent without meaning to.
like levitates.
She's just there.
yeah, so I think she gets right up next to Genji without him noticing, and
I think he's got his hands balled up in fists.
grabs his sleeve and gives a tug. Genji. Crying.
Oh, fine. Pulls his sleeve away. I'll look past you. Can I see Miyu at like the Torii
Yeah.
gates?
Yeah, you can see the others kind of emerging from the Torii gates, although you notice that Risa and Shingo are there, and Risa kind of halts Shingo back at the edge of the Torii gates. But it's not far. It's like a few paces out.
Yeah. Yeah. I look at Miyu, and then I think sort of subconsciously my eyes dart back to where I saw Hanako. Do I still see her standing there?
You do. And Eiko, you see her. That's never happened before. Miyu, you see her. That's never happened before. And Risa, you see a girl you don't know standing there who's semi-transparent.
I'm just kind of sitting there. Oh, hell. Has Shingo apparently noticed anything?
Mm-hmm. That's Hanako-senpai.
Hanako?
Wait,
Oh, damn it.
you can see her?
Hanako! I
think-
run up.
Yeah.
She
Your
She
hand
can't-
goes right through if you try to...
But
she can't hear you, Miyu. Trust me, I've tried.
what's going on? Hanako? Do I know anything about what might be happening here as an expert? Is that a thing I can roll for in this game?
Is
Hang
that
on.
a thing you can roll for?
I feel like it should be a thing I should be able to roll
Isn't there
for.
like a month knowledge or
I think so.
She's-
We definitely
Oh.
know how all of the moves in this game work.
investigate a mystery? Would this be a good time for a start of mystery rolls?
I think so.
Oh, that's a thing we're doing.
This is
Yeah.
absolutely a thing we're doing. Let's do some start of mystery rolls.
All right.
So we need for that?
I have never rolled well on my start of mystery.
You've literally always been like something terrible is gonna happen to you,
Yeah.
right?
So death plaything. At the beginning of each mystery, roll plus weird, which I have a -1 in, to see what is revealed about your immediate future. On a 10 plus, the keeper will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery. On a 7 to 9, you get a vague hint about it, and on a miss, something bad is going to happen to you. I feel like something bad has already happened.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
Let's see if something else bad is coming.
What if we made it worse, though?
I got a 10.
Holy
What? On
Wow.
a 10 plus, the keeper will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery.
Okay.
Nice, Destiny boy!
Well done.
Woo!
How about the rest of you? Do you have roles that you're doing as well?
I don't have
anything.
Premonitions. I can see the future if I roll well enough.
All right.
And I think maybe even just like laying eyes on Hanako and maybe even somehow making as close to eye contact as she can manage with her.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of what maybe even involuntarily sets this off.
Okay.
That is garbage. Wow. Not a fumble. Not a fumble.
Okay.
7 to 9?
No, that's a. I'm rolling. What? I'm rolling plus weird. That's a 5.
Okay, mark experience.
That's a miss.
Does something bad happen?
Hang on. Let me just. Wait.
Something bad is happening here. My cats are trying to destroy my room.
On a miss, I get a vision of something bad happening to me, and the keeper holds 3 to be spent
that timing.
1 as penalties to rolls you make.
Cool! I get to hold 3, eh?
That's fun.
So you get to hold 3, and I see something awful happen to me.
Neat.
So that's neat.
Thank you for the free sub.
So have fun adjudicating those two results.
What? God.
Well. And then, Mio, were you doing anything?
Just rolling to see if I can figure out anything about what the heck is going on, which I think is investigating mystery.
All right.
I think Ginji would probably, like, he's purposefully looking away from you now. She's been like this ever since.
What do you mean ever since? You've seen this before? Ginji?
Yes. But no one else noticed her. I didn't.
Why didn't you tell me? I know why you didn't tell me. Never mind. Give me a second. I need to think. I'm gonna roll to investigate. Okay, that's a plus. Hang on, what's my sharp? Okay, that's a 7 again. Okay, so on a 7, hold 1. Okay, so
So you can ask one of the questions.
One question. Okay. So I'm trying to decide between what happened here and what sort of creature is it, because it looks like a ghost but cannot interact with us.
I mean, what is being concealed here is also a good one.
Oh, is that work for like general facts, not like actual objects and shit?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, then yeah, what is being concealed here?
It's like
What's her deal? Why is she not actually able to
What are the secrets?
What is Gib?
Gib secrets.
Give secret, please. So I would like. I rolled a 7, therefore I would like 1 secret, please.
All right. So as you're all, remind me of Genji's thing again.
The keeper will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the triumphant fanfare, Kokuri-san appears.
Wow.
Not actually with a triumphant fanfare, but you know.
Read the mood, dude.
No, he sort of just.
You've met your dead friend. What up?
Kokuri-san how to dab.
Oh, I need a minute. I'm sorry.
Well, that mental image is never going away.
I hate everything I just did in the last 30 seconds.
Someone
See
please
that
clip
eye
that.
catch on the show. On the overlay, Dab and Kokuri-san. Can't win.
Gib secret in dabbing Kokuri-san.
Well, children.
To High School Meme Club.
God. All right, let me recover my lungs and we'll get back to
bring
the
it
sad
back.
mood. All right. So, Ginji, as you are looking over this situation, and we'll get to Aiko's vision when she's back.
Run from the truth, Echo.
You sort of, as you're watching Hanako, those words about her being unable to see sort of come back to your mind. Man. And I'm not dying yet. So, and you remember, when she was killed, that was one of the unusual things that never got resolved. Her body was not in great shape, and her eyes had been taken for all intents and purposes. And the way she's looking past everything, and the way, even when she seems to move a little bit, her eyes don't seem to react to any sort of stimuli. And it very much makes you think back to that. But she's not moving from that spot. And Miyu, as you're looking at this and trying to puzzle it out and see if you can sense anything or figure anything out, she appears to be a ghost. Probably from some of your reading, you have read plenty about there are ghosts that are sort of a memory or sort of just a replay of one specific moment or one specific emotion or something like that. They're not truly a spirit that you can communicate with. They're just sort of replaying the same motion. And that's what this reminds you of.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like an echo.
Do I know what, can cause those?
You don't, but as you're all standing there, and Risa, from your viewpoint, the fox just kind of appears.
He just steps from around the back of the tree.
Pretty much.
Is he in his Kitsune form, or is
Hell
he
yes.
in... I just kind of look down at Shingo like,
And Shingo's just...
Yep.
Oh, has Shingo not seen...
He doesn't know anything about Risa either in that regard.
No.
Whoa,
He met Takeda Sensei.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
And Risa's just sitting there, it's like, well, this is going places.
Well,
So what the hell happened to her?
I was afraid this might happen. She's trapped in the other side.
What do you mean you were afraid this might happen? You know what's going on here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you quit.
So,
You're right.
But If you're
What's going
interested in solving this little problem and saving Hanako's soul, by all means stay.
We don't need his help. What's going on?
That spirit that you banished the last time, when you freed me, dragged fragments of Hanako's body back to the other side. It wants the rest. Obviously it can't have that, but it can try to keep her soul. I would imagine she's wandering about lost.
Where?
On the other shore, more or less.
Obviously.
What, China?
For the sake of brevity, Mew gives a very terse explanation of
Sure.
the basics of what that is.
Yeah.
Like not making eye contact, just like rattling it off like as if it's just like rote.
Yes. So Miyu gives the explanation of the principles of the other shore is sort of the waiting grounds of the afterlife, and is a dark and mysterious realm for all intents and purposes, as far as anybody knows.
Okay, so how do I get there?
Well, ordinarily you don't, unless you want to die. That's the easiest way to get there, but I don't think you want to do that, do you?
Is that what it takes?
No. I can open the way temporarily. Most yokai can. You've been there once before, as a matter of fact. Do you remember that storm that shook the school?
How much of that incident do we remember?
A fair bit of it.
Ginji remembers a lot.
Yeah.
I guess I'm asking more like in terms of is that whole situation the same as how we played the session, or
It is, with one exception,
okay.
which he will explain.
Okay.
For the audience, hello, chat.
Real quick. Is Aiko, so what is Aiko doing right now? Or is she just completely out, or?
We will say she is hearing this, but we will give her her vision after Exposition Fox is done talking.
I figured.
To summarize, he indicated that these good students have all actually been in the realm of the other side before, calling back to things that happened in our pilot episode when their entire school seemed to have been cursed and dragged into the other side, and lots of terrible things happened.
It was definitely fine.
It was definitely fine and not at all trauma-inducing. He's indicating that when that happened, Hanako is probably trapped there by some spirits that are trying to keep her there and keep her from either properly passing on or doing what her spirit should do. But he can keep the gate. He can open a gate to the other side. However, he has to basically maintain it and keep it open and can't follow you guys in and help. So I believe that's where we left off.
Yes.
What are you waiting for?
Well, hang on. What do we need to do while we're there?
Well, you'll want to find her, first of all. Chances are there's a spirit there that is keeping some piece of hers or something important to her.
So
You'll
we
want
just
to get
need
rid
to
of
get
it.
back? Okay.
Find what she's missing. And he kind of looks to you, Ginji.
Okay.
Well then. And he kind of turns and looks, and Eiko has sort of zoned out by this point, I think. You heard part of that, and sort
Eiko's
of
probably familiar, at least with the feeling of the other side, probably. So,
and you sort of feel yourself almost as if you're being dragged there. And this music is too sweet for this moment, so, you know.
also share your music, Jess.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We only had the stream completely crash. We're all on top of our technical things this evening.
We're getting things rolling, sort of playing fast and loose here.
There we go. It's okay, the stream could hear it. I'm sorry you guys couldn't.
I can get one spooky.
So, Eiko, as he talks of the other side, you sort of feel yourself, it's like you blink and you look around and the shrine is dead and ruined and rotting, and you hear kind of a skittering across the wooden bridge. And when you look back there, you sort of see a shadow, and you see it sort of shimmy up one of the red gates that's just peeling and aged and rotten. It's hard to tell what this creature is. It looks like sort of it's wearing some sort of ragged cloth or hood, and it's sort of hanging onto the pillar like a monkey might on a tree. And one hand is sort of brought up to its mouth, and you see it's crunching on some sort of viscera.
That's fine.
And when you look down, you sort of see just a gaping wound across your middle.
Oh, great. Dylan!
I called it.
And then you blink again as you sort of gasp, and you are back in the daylight, and you look down almost instinctively, and you're fine.
Yeah. Oh, I think definitely, like, Eiko very visibly starts and then, like, pats her stomach, pulls her shirt up a little bit and pats her, like, skin stomach, and then pulls her shirt back down and...
Are you okay, Eiko?
You don't have to come if it's too scary. This is bigger than anything we've done before. It's okay if you need to stay behind.
We'll help.
I can take...
You hear Shingo say from where he's standing by the gates.
Yeah. I'm just kind of eyeballing and was like, and what do you think you can do on the other side, Shingo?
Well, we can help look, right? He said we have to find what she's missing. Right?
You can...
Yeah, but how about you stay with the fox?
Yeah.
At that point, I'm starting to undo the bindings around one of my hands.
But I'd like to help. Hanako-senpai was really nice to me.
Yeah.
But, Shingo, this is a lot more dangerous than you think it is. At which point I'm fine removing the rest of the cloth and just spreading the fingers like this. Like, you might want to leave this to those of us better suited to it.
Risa-senpai?
Yeah, that's what the bandages were really hiding. As I'm taking off the other hand now. It's like, and besides, as I'm also taking off the shoes. Make sure no one steals my shoes.
Okay.
And off the bandages because, yeah, it's not just her hands that have the scales and the claws.
Metal as fuck. So you all see Risa arming up, I guess?
Basically.
Miyu just gets, like, full story. No.
Because this is also the first time you guys have seen it's not just her hands, too. So, because before she had
You
boots
has a visible, like, called it kind of with expression, but then goes back to serious mode.
Okay.
Seriously, Shingo, this is not something I think you should be getting involved in.
All right.
I'll
He
explain
seems-
everything to you later.
He seems decidedly crestfallen until Kokori-san sort of ruffles his hair. Don't worry, you can stand guard over me while I hold the gate open. That's important.
Yeah, he's right. He gets knocked out. That gate closes. We're not coming back.
Very good. You've done your research. You sure you don't want to join the club?
I just kind of look at Shingo's like, do you still want to join? You see what kind of crazy shit this is. I guess I'm in by default because he's definitely going to join.
One moment, I have a cat trying to burst into my room.
From the other side, it's trying to get out.
I'm hearing a message from the other side of the door.
Who brought the bucket, Echo?
Honestly, it sort of legit creeped me out because I watched the door handle go.
Nah.
I was like,
M's out.
You don't want to wake in your house at night, are you? Yeah.
it's fine. I told you this show is cursed.
Anyway.
Anyhow. So yeah, Shingo sort of acquiesces after that and takes his place by Kokori-san. Well then, are you all ready and willing?
Just do it.
Eiko takes Miyu's hand.
Miyu lets her, and Eiko can tell that Miyu's hand is trembling just the teensiest bit.
Mm-hmm.
But on her expression is totally stoic. And she has not looked at Ginji once this entire conversation.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anyone any good if you don't work together. Is that going to be a problem?
If it is, one of them should stay behind.
We don't have time for this.
Ghost Club is going to investigate. You're welcome to come along if you like. And then you'll be done, right?
And if you're not watching each other, you're going to be dead.
Yeah.
Good. Because I want you all to come back alive.
Before this happens, Miyu does kind of you run in here like, and if you run in there like that, you're just going to get yourself killed, idiot. And she takes out her bag and takes the sword out. At least take this, it'll be at least a little useful.
Let me
Are you
look
coming
at
or not?
Hold on, Dylan is reading thing.
We know how to play this game.
Definitely know how to play this game. Ooh.
I think you're manipulating me.
Fair.
What? You have a move about that?
Yeah, manipulate someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
no, I can guarantee I'm really bad at that. Miu's social stats
Once-
are trash.
Once you give them a reason, tell them what you want them to do and roll plus charm. For another hunter on a 10
Oh,
plus,
no.
there is a for another hunter version. so-
Okay. Do it.
Charm is oh boy. Okay, well I'm definitely working with negative charm, so okay, cool. This is fine.
Me too.
Okay, if you bomb
buddy.
this, I have a potential. Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's a 9.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, they mark experience if they do what you ask.
Okay.
So you're asking me to take the sword.
I'm asking you
Right.
to take the sword, and I think she also does move in front of him, and says, "I'm not letting you come with us if you're just going to get yourself killed."
He reaches out and takes the sword. This is the last time.
Fine.
Well, if you're committed, I'll open the gate. He sort of looks to each of you.
Yeah, Reese is just staying there, arms crossed, waiting for everyone else to get a move on, because she can't
Yeah.
go anywhere if no one's opening a door.
I think she Aiko just kind of like tugs me along the direction of
Okay.
gates.
And while all of this has been going on, Hanako's image still seems to be there. Hasn't really moved, just is still sort of looking blindly, sightlessly about.
I think before he moves toward is the gate open? Is there like a...
Not yet. Kokori-san is
Okay.
turning towards the Tori gates specifically.
Oh, of course.
I mean, it's right there.
I turn around back to Hanako. I know you probably can't hear me, but we're coming to help you. And then I step a little closer and whisper, and I think maybe Miyu can hear this because she's closest. I'm going to bring you back. And then he turns away and starts walking toward Kokuri-san.
And Kokori-san has turned his attentions towards the gate, but astute eyes will notice one of his ears was sort of canted in Ginji's direction before it turns back
Sneaky fox dad.
forward. He can hear pretty well. For some
Joy of
reason.
having ears that move.
Right. And he sort of spreads his hand in front of the gates, and you see characters stroking into the air in bright blue kitsune fire. And then the gate space is filled with this blue fire that then sort of shimmers until beyond it you can see, you're looking through the Tori gates at the shrine, but the version of the shrine, I think, Eiko, you noticed this first, it looks exactly like what you saw in the vision. And where the flames touch, you can kind of see it looks like the paint has aged and peeled away these gates. That is your way through. I will do what I can to keep it open. Try not to dilly-dally.
Of course.
Mew nods and strides confidently on through.
Find what she's missing, and if you see anything, any other creatures holding any of it or holding her hostage, kill them.
To the point.
I just draw the sword.
Take care, Shingo.
Be careful. We'll be here.
I'm a bit harder to kill than I look. That's saying she's just kind of going through.
Eiko is still holding onto Miyu's hand with one hand, but as they walk through the gate, she turns and looks at Shingo and Kokuri-san and waves kind of absent-mindedly.
Goodbye. We'll be back soon.
God.
Oh god, yeah, please tell me that's the last thing he sees of this group before they disappear into the fucking underworld.
Definitely.
We're making direct eye contact with them. They go around the corner.
Bye.
God. It's the worst. All right.
Truly, Shingo is the bravest of all of us.
He's apparently unflappable because he still wants to join the club.
I know! I wanted to
Risa
bring him
thinks
up
he's
so bad,
crazy.
but I don't want him to fucking die!
All right. So you head on towards the world between the world of the living and the underworld. Just as in your vision, Eiko, this place is dark. There's no indication of day or night. There's no stars. The only light comes from what essentially looks like a blood moon hanging far up in the sky.
That is not
Isn't
remotely
place.
ominous.
That's not creepy at all.
Are there perhaps sounds of things skittering in the darkness?
Definitely.
Oh yes. I think definitely after taking this in for a moment, Echo just says, "Monsters." And keep
Where?
walking.
We should go back to the school.
Yeah.
Oh, we're living creatures in a place that we don't belong. We're going to attract a lot of attention.
Question. As far as the attracting attention thing, this seems like the sort of thing I would know magic to, like, reduce a little.
Mhm.
One of the things I can do is, like, make... hang on. Well, technically I can banish spirits from things. Basically, can I bullshit magic and say we have some sort of ward around us?
I think so.
Okay.
I think you could banish spirits from entering your space.
Okay. Yes.
Banish spirits from your personal space. How's that sound?
Yeah. Yeah. Then as if people are starting to walk off, I'll hang on a moment. Let me try something. And Miyu kind of like draws like a magic circle, I think, on everyone's oh no, better. Okay. Everyone. Oh no, I don't have enough left for that. Okay, so never mind. Yeah. Miyu actually does like draw in ink a magic circle on everyone's like uniform sleeve.
Okay.
I think you notice, like, as we went through the gate, Ginji was like very much in a hurry to just like, let's go. But he does like stop and wait, like very patiently.
I'll help keep it safe, at least a little, I think. Let me roll for that. See how well that goes. Oh wow! Jesus, Miyu. Okay. So business Miyu just rolled a crit. Which makes that a 14.
So
So Miyu protect. So it just says the keeper will offer you some added benefit if you.
That's only if you have the advanced version of the move.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I cannot read. Never mind.
Okay.
It's just a crit, which is cool, I guess.
yeah, that's fine.
That's a weird Powered by Apocalypse thing. Okay.
It's you can make the basic moves better when you level up.
I mean, yeah, but it feels weird having a crit not do a thing.
Oh. Well, don't worry. You're probably going to level up a bit after this session. So, as you start walking across the bridge to head back toward the main courtyard area, at the end of the bridge, Ginji, since I assume you're sort of leading the way because you are in business mode also.
Seems likely.
In a bit of a hurry, you actually do see Hanako up at the end of the bridge. You recognize her because you definitely know what her hair looks like, and the way she sort of styles it with part of it bound in the front. Though she's wearing a white funerary kimono.
Okay.
And you see her sort of running further ahead into the courtyard.
Hanako, wait! And Genji like starts to run and then just sort of like skids a little bit and looks back at the group.
If he starts to run, Mia will actually grab his sleeve and not let him.
Okay.
Careful. We don't know what's there.
I also don't know if that's really her.
I'm pretty sure. I had a nightmare last night about Hanako.
What was it? It might be useful.
Well, the part that matters, is, well, we were out and then she turned around and it was like when we found her.
Eyes.
I think so.
Okay. Well, maybe that's what we need to find. Perhaps.
So we're looking for eyes?
And as you say that, Risa, and the rest of you start to emerge from under the gates, the edges of the shrine yard are dark. You can't see the street. You can't see anything beyond essentially this rotten, decayed version of the shrine. But in the darkness, you can see thousands upon thousands of bright red eyes popping open one at a time, and all looking at you.
I don't think those are the ones we're looking for. I'm just kind of stretching my hands out a little bit, just getting ready, because I don't think we're getting out of here without some kind of trouble.
Yeah, Miu kind of like puts her hands up as if ready to start casting. No, I don't think so either.
Miu, Eiko, stay close. You should start moving.
They're here.
And you hear a
Do we-
handful of whispers echoing this.
They're here. They're here.
Do we recognize the voice?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
There are dozens of different voices, multiplied hundreds.
Yeah, we're here, and some of us are hungry.
As long as it doesn't sound like the evil ghost lady, we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna start following after Hanako.
Okay. You see her start to head towards the main shrine. And you kind of catch up to her on the steps because she stumbles. And when you actually can get a look at her face, she's got a bandage covering her eyes.
I'm gonna reach out my free hand
Mm-hmm.
to her shoulder.
You can touch her. She's cold.
I immediately like
Who's there?
I was just like reaching out to tap her shoulder, and then I like immediately grab hold.
Who's there?
Hanako,
Ginji? Is that really you?
and Ginji drops the sword.
I can't
He'll
see.
like move in front of her. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna help you. Miyu's here as well, and Eiko.
Eiko.
Hanako.
Okay,
I
we're
can't
going to
get
help
to
you.
the other side. I don't.
That's why we're here.
You see her kind of touching at her kimono and patting it down as if she's missing something.
I don't have all of my garb. They won't let me cross to the other side without it. The Oni will eat me if I don't. But I can't find anything. I can't see.
We won't let that happen to you.
So, we've all definitely seen funerary garb. Well, we would have seen Hanako laid to rest in.
Yeah.
Probably.
You would have seen what she was
Yeah.
wearing.
What it like? Just looking at her as she's patting herself down, is there some part of the kimono that's obviously missing?
Elements of the obi are missing. She's got it tied more with like a simple cord, and she seems to be missing her sandals and her the tabi socks that go with it.
And obviously she's missing her eyes.
Yeah, there's that. It's okay. We'll find what you need and just trust us, okay?
How did you get here? You didn't... You're alive, right? It didn't kill you.
That's sort of the problem.
Kokuri-san.
Kokuri-san. Oh, thank goodness.
We should probably... I really want to catch up. There's so much I want to say. But we should get going.
Yeah, the entire time this is going on, Risa's standing with her back to this little reunion and watching everything else. Very much standing guard.
Yeah, the multitude of eyes that sort of is practically a wall around the shrine yard at this point. They don't seem to be hyper-focused on you anymore. They're sort of looking around, and it's unsettling. It's deeply disturbing, but they don't appear to be doing any harm. But the way into the shrine appears to be open. The doors are not barred.
Have you heard anyone else here? Or anything?
There are creatures inside the shrine. I know I heard them go that way.
Sounds like our best bet.
Yeah.
Be careful. I'm sure the inside of it isn't anything like it is in the real world.
Well, of course not.
It's fine. This is fine. We're gonna make it out of here. Just need to put one foot in front of the other. And Ginji turns toward the door and starts walking. Like, he's visibly shaking. He's moving, but it's taking like conscious effort.
Sure.
Has he taken the sword?
Yeah, he picked the sword back up. Yeah. No, he just ditched the sword in his walk.
It's like, I don't need this. I'll just leave this here.
Bitches!
YOLO!
He will punch the monsters.
YOLO is, in fact, the worry he has right now.
Yeah, that's not a statement of fun. It's a statement of concern.
You only live once.
YOLO!
Only one.
And I think, so do you all head into the shrine? What are you going to do with Hanako?
Is there a way to keep her safe? There's monsters out here.
I could just grab her hand, too.
Actually,
It goes just like...
legitimately just hold Miyu in Hanako's hands.
God. I do think Miyu... Yeah, Miyu kind of, sorry, I'm trying to... Having no rules for how magic works in this game kind of trips me up sometimes.
That's fair.
God,
What do you want to be able to do?
So I want to be able to ward her the same way we're warded, but I also don't think that makes sense given what I'm warding against. I think it might actually be the case that, like, these would probably repel her, actually. Which is weird and hard to retcon with what the scene that just happened. So we can just say that they're only against hostile spirits.
That's fine. I think it's safe to assume that as long as she's relatively close to all of you, she's probably decently safe.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you have Snack Mom who can basically eat monsters. And
Yeah, that was not an idle threat she made to those eyes.
yeah, and magic sword and magic magic.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
much
She's safer
defense.
with us than like hanging out outside in the shrine. with all
Yeah,
that-
like that was kind of the thing. Like combat feels bad, but also leaving her out here feels worse.
Yeah, Ginji probably would have like pushed her, not like shoved her, but like gently guided her toward
Mhm.
Miyu and Eiko
Sure.
before he went to go inside.
Yeah, I think she'll take your hand, Eiko,
Mhm.
as she senses your presence.
Mhm.
Her hand is icy cold, but it's Hanako.
It's Hanako and Eiko is holding that hand so tight.
So, as you head inside the shrine, those of you that have been inside of it, which is probably most of you except for maybe Risa, unless, are you the shrine going type?
No.
Okay, didn't think so. As you head in, though, it is not a normal shrine entryway. It's more of a tunnel of countless doors. The old-fashioned palace style. And it just extends off into the darkness. And from the inside of the shrine, when you look out, all you can really seem to see are those eyes. They seem like they got closer.
Oh,
Fun.
fine.
And there's just sort of a faint bubble of giggling.
Cool.
Love it.
I'm just
Laughter's
kind of
never
eyeing
not
them
creepy
from-
in this situation.
Yeah. As you guys move in, I'm still bringing up the rear, and I'm just kind of looking back at those eyes and just kind of like, huh. Just the fingers are curling a little bit with the claws.
As I walk ahead, do I see anything else? Like, are there creatures here, dead things?
Is there a move you can roll?
I think there is, there's investigate a mystery.
Okay.
I can roll that. Ask you
Yeah.
some questions.
We'll do that.
Yeah, roll plus sharp. I got XP. I leveled up.
Hey!
That positive phrasing.
Yeah. You definitely see these creepy doors extending off into the darkness. Yes.
Question. I have something called the site, which looks like it can be used to investigate a mystery as well.
Okay.
Specifically, see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences. Hey, we're in a land full of spirits.
Sounds like you are in the right place to do your job.
You may communicate with and maybe even make deals with the spirits you see, and they give you more opportunities to spot clues when you investigate a mystery.
Okay.
If that's not considered doubling up, I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You're using different means to achieve a similar result, so I don't count that as doubling up.
I don't think I did terribly well, but let's see. I should have had this pulled up. Roll plus sharp. That's a 5.
Oh, well, mark experience.
Experience.
Da-da-da-da!
I guess I'll join in. In my case, I want to read a bad situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Specifically, are you looking ahead to read the shrine, or are you looking behind to, like, read creepy eyeballs?
Looking to read the creepy eyeballs, so you have to try and trap us in here.
Okay.
Okay. Plus sharp. Which is just a basic 4, so.
Okay. Mark experience.
Oh, that's real bad. That's.
I would also like to investigate fear with this.
Are you sure?
I mean,
Do you all
I'm
want to
likely to actually like succeed at this statistically.
I feel
So
like move forward. We can just walk
look,
ahead.
it's kind of my whole job as Mew. Like, if anyone is gonna actually have an idea what's going on here.
All right.
Where's the experience on these sheets, by the by? Is it there
On
or?
the left. On the left, it's luck, harm, and then experience.
Okay, there it is. Thank you.
Yep.
So, I'm just going to keep these results in my heart and compound them.
Am I still allowed to roll?
If the party will let you.
Do what you must.
I'm also like, what does this look like as these failures resolve?
Yes.
It's just like,
Is
nothing
it
to see here.
Is it like the energy of death here is making it hard for us to? Is it like distracting and cloudy?
So, how was Ginji trying to investigate? Did you step ahead, or what did you do?
Ginji's in front for sure,
Okay.
and I think he was like looking around, or his goal was to like look around, see what he sees, and hope to glean something from it.
Okay.
But
As you are moving ahead, you feel a hand kind of brush at your sleeve, very light and gentle, sort of like Aiko's. And then another one on your other sleeve, and then another one, and another one, and another one, and you look around to either side of the walls, and there are hands just gliding out from the walls, reaching for you.
cool.
Fun.
Can the party see that?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
they are inky black, and they are small,
Ooh.
like little infant
Ginji-
hands.
Oh
Ginji
boy.
stands stock still. I think in the anime version of this, he like gets the top half of his face is blue. He's frozen. In
We can see the chill go up his whole body.
Yeah.
yeah. And I think you can see like his grip loosen on the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I rolled a 13 on my investigate. I would like to ask what can hurt this?
Okay.
Good question.
Pretty good chance that Risa can.
Risa seems good at
Those
hitting
claws could do some damage to spiritual things.
Okay.
And most likely the sword as well.
Yeah. If Ginji is frozen, we'll just go pay attention. And turn to Risa, and just like jerk her head at the hands.
Yeah, that will get my attention because I was looking behind the group, so I didn't see that going on.
Yeah, and as when you turn around, Risa, by the time you've turned, they are starting to sort of like wrap around Ginji's limbs and are creeping toward the sword, trying to pry his fingers off of it.
Ooh.
I just slash and hope I don't hit the idiot's back.
That's fine.
It's like, oh, son of a... Out, all fingers like that, and just slashing, trying to get as many as I
Okay,
can
so-
shredded.
You go in, slashy. Go ahead and kick some ass, I guess. Kick some hands?
There's probably asses attached to those hands somewhere.
There's another wall that's just all butts.
You know, this is like
It's
based in
Japan,
Japanese.
you never know.
Yeah, based in Japanese lore, that is a very distinct possibility.
And that was a 12.
Hot damn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say you definitely tear into these things. What does that look like for Risa?
Basically, she lunges in, just rakes down, and probably poor Ginji's jacket is not looking so great at this moment because she's not going to spare that while she's trying to whip his hands off him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just going to start whipping around him, just slashing every which way. And if there's any on the ground, they're going to discover those feet are not for show.
Okay. Yeah.
And reaching for his legs, she's just going to rake through them with her claws.
You rake through and you just stamp out these things. And when they get severed from their space in the wall and kind of shredded, they sort of fall to the floor and they're wriggling around like little black worms.
Oh, that's great.
And
those ones just kind of get to meet the talons on the feet.
yeah, and you stamp them out and they just sort of disintegrate. Ginji, you feel a lot less cold, and sting a little bit, as you notice there's a bit of claw marks on your jacket and got a bit scratched.
You're not going to save anyone like that.
Are you okay?
Right.
Ginji,
Yeah.
what happened? Are you all right?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. I just made a mistake. It's fine. And he pushes forward.
Okay.
Hold the sword in front of you.
Do you want it?
Let me explain something to you. Do you know what that sword is?
I don't care.
It came out of my ancestor, okay? If I can hurt these things, this sword can hurt those things. If you want to help her, use it.
Let's just get this over with. And yeah, I'm gonna head to the door.
Okay.
This is why I don't date boys.
You nods.
That's right.
They share a look like, I know, right? Who's the fucking worst?
I think for Eiko, when she failed the investigative mystery roll, I imagine it's kind of like the volume dial on a radio or something like that.
Mhm.
Just like to kind of imagine how it works in
Yeah,
her head.
the sound
and she
kind of-
turns the volume up a little and
Mhm.
Perhaps hears or feels something that spooks her and makes her like hug
Yeah.
into Hanako's side.
You as you turn your senses up, what you could not hear, you hear that chewing sound,
Mhm.
except it's crunchier,
Oh, that's great.
and it's very loud as you've turned up your senses, and it's a very distinct sound. You don't know how you know this, but you absolutely know that is some kind of teeth crunching down, grinding on bone.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna turn the dial back down now.
We're gonna not listen to that.
No, definitely gonna just try to focus on what's in front of me and yeah. But definitely like kind of instinctively hugging into Hanako or Miyu's
Yeah.
side.
Hanako kind of grips your hand a little more tightly.
Are you all right, Eiko? Did you hear something?
Crunching. Something.
I hear it too.
Do we keep walking the hall or do we try these doors?
There's no telling what could be in these rooms. But-
Can you sense anything? I don't know if that's a thing you can do, but it seems like it would be a thing.
She could. She definitely could.
There are spirits beyond, but there's so many I can't tell where they're coming from.
Well, let's try the pragmatic approach. When you woke up here, was your kimono already in its state? Or did someone take the pieces from you?
Don't remember. It was fuzzy for a while. I couldn't see them anyway. I haven't been able to see anything since I got here.
Aniko, you definitely that awful sound was coming probably from beyond one of those doors.
Great.
It
We're not
was
going in
definitely-
that door. Something tells me that something tells player we might have to, but Eiko's not going in there. Okay. Yeah, we have things to find.
Yeah. I mean, Genji's pressing on.
Okay.
Yeah, Miyu is as close up to Ginji as she can be.
Okay.
We're all in one nice, tight little huddle.
Yeah, I mean, I think she would have let go of Eiko's hand by now.
Yeah.
If Eiko and Hanako are together,
Sure.
that's
Sure.
Okay.
This is hanging just a little bit back, but that's so if she has to slash at something, she's not hitting the rest of the group. So,
And as you're going, Hanako is talking.
I know there's probably a spirit in this shrine. I remember seeing it when I was a little girl. It looked like an old shriveled up monkey or something. Half human. It might be here.
Monkey doesn't sound too hard.
No, it's more like an old man, but it moves like a monkey. It's awful.
Oh.
I'd always see it darting from the shadows sometimes, and things would go missing from the shrine.
Have you always seen things like this?
Of course.
Oh.
remember.
Okay.
Can we? Would this be the sort of thing that Hanako would have told you about if they were? Then you probably looked that up. I probably know what that is.
Probably yes.
Excuse me.
Time to give you some info.
Ooh.
Based on the description, you know this as a gagoze. It is a kind of demon ghost, which I will also let chat have if they wish to research.
Oh boy.
Follow along.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes,
Oh.
they are delightful creatures known to dress in monk robes, crawl about on all fours, and hang around shrines and do terrible things.
Thanks, I hate it.
Cool.
Also, they eat children.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the part here where it just says diet children. Love that. Great. Wonderful detail. That is what I
Quality
wanted.
family entertainment right here.
Yes.
Great.
This is what my evening needed. Baby snacks.
Oh god.
God.
Okay.
Baby food.
I would like to, when I look around and read a bad situation, I would like to read a bad situation because we need to know what this fucker is.
Would you want to read the bad situation that is probably crawling around in the darkness specifically?
Yeah, I also wasn't quite done with that question.
Yeah.
Specifically, I was asking that so that I could potentially use one of the features of my dark past thing. Because technically, the whole Hanako thing kind of counts, although it wasn't really the beef of the dark past. In which case, I would like to ask, what black magic do I know that could help here? Maybe. Even if it's just like a particular kind of ward or something.
Do you know binding or banishing rituals?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So one of those will probably do the trick.
Okay. All right, so in the interest of time, me will briefly explain the whole Gagoze thing. If you get me close to it, I could probably banish it or bind it or something so we can get back what it took, but I'm going to need to get close and I can't do that by myself.
Okay. I guess let's find this thing.
All right.
And hope it's got everything.
And I think in interest of time, as you start going through the rooms to find your way,
Eiko does provide directions, basically.
yeah.
I think, yeah.
Just silent pointing.
Gross sounds, don't go
definitely,
there.
like, silently pointing
You find a few different things. One room happens to be a lovely looking hot spring, but the water looks decidedly hot, and you get a sense that it's probably not safe to touch because there are definitely human bodies in it, and what is in the water has melted away to bone.
Fun.
Yeah.
Love
Yup.
the interior decorating.
That's gonna be a Ginji stops one right there. That's good. Nope.
Close that door and walk right out. So, after a few other similar rooms, you do find one along the end, and you see a creature crouching in the shadows. Based on what you know, Miyu, you have found your creature.
Okay, that's it. You can disable it. I can banish it. Or bind it.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how dangerous would you say that thing is?
Does it matter? We need to take it out if we're going to save Hanako. Isn't that why you're here?
And it's a yokai. There's no real point in trying to rate that. Tends to be pretty situational.
Right.
Ginji, this is your last.
You do also notice that it's got the accessories of Hanako's funerary attire. It's wearing them.
That's definitely what we're looking.
That's not creepy at all.
Nope, it's not.
And I'm guessing we shouldn't damage those.
Probably gonna need those.
Yeah. Okay.
We could always just crush its neck.
It hasn't noticed you yet. It is diligently crunching on bones and slurping on viscera in the corner.
I'm still hanging back. I'm actually crouching down somewhat now, so I'm not quite so obvious behind the others.
Okay.
You think, Mia, maybe we can sneak up on it and just get you close that way?
Maybe. I don't know
And
how strong these words are.
Genji is looking for an out here. Genji is looking for a reason to not fight this thing.
Okay.
Well,
If we sneak up on it, we might be able to take it out, but if it notices, there's not that much I can do. It's a lot stronger than I am, so I need you to be ready, okay? Look, Ginji, I know you can do this. I've seen you do it before. But I'm counting on you, okay?
Genji looks at you and Eiko and Hanako, and then looks at Risa. Let's do this.
After you.
All right.
How are you approaching this thing that is having a lovely snack?
I think Genji grips the sword, and there's like a moment where like his eyes shine gold for a second, and he says, "I'll give you your opening, Neo." And he steps out into the center of the room, says,
Okay.
"Hey."
As you do that, it turns its head around to face you. Completely around to face you.
You She wants something her own size.
Are you trying to take the princess back?
Are you trying to stop me?
You can't have her. I have these.
And it's gonna jump at you.
Yeah, Genji's gonna... I would like to kick some ass.
Kick some ass.
Let's see. Roll plus tough. Fingers crossed, here we go! That's a 14.
Damn!
On a 10 plus.
Okay.
Okay, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
On a 10 plus, I choose an extra effect.
Okay.
Gain the advantage, take +1 forward or give +1 forward to another hunter. I inflict terrible harm, I suffer less harm, or I force them where I want them. I would like to force them where I want them. I want to like duck this jump and like cut underneath it as it goes over me.
Okay.
Get it into a position where its back is to Miyu.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll say you do that. You do a bunch of harm?
Yeah, let's see. 2 harm plus 1. And then actually I think the same gold light that glowed in my eyes glows across the edge of the sword. As the move that I took when I leveled up is devastating. When you inflict harm, you may inflict +1 harm. So I'm dealing 4 harm.
Okay.
How much harm does it deal back?
I believe it can deal 1.
1? Okay,
1.
so my armor would take that because I have 2 armor.
Yeah, it kind of tries to slash in return at you, but you do the brunt of the damage. And it's moved into position. So, Miyu, this thing's back is to you, and you can see the obi kind of haphazardly tied, and the sandals sort of dropped off after when Ginji like sort of rocketed it around. So,
okay. Yeah, if I can. So the question as far as banishing versus binding goes, if I banish it, will it probably take what we need with it?
Or will there's probably a good chance it will disappear, possessions and all.
Okay.
Or I should say, that's a risk. If you're willing to take that risk, that's up to you.
No, not for Hanako. Okay. In that case, yeah, Miyu takes out one of her talismans and starts chanting, and it starts to glow with a magenta light. And she runs up and just smacks this directly on its back.
Okay.
And she has to like press up against it, I think, for this to work. So she has to stay in really close quarters.
Sure.
And for the sake of drama, I'm going to say this doesn't resolve right away. Even if it does work. So we'll see. I'm going to roll some magic.
Okay. Roll that magic.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that's another 6 and a 6. So 14.
Jeez.
Don't fuck with our friend.
The power of friendship wins the day.
Yeah.
Compels you.
All right. Yeah, I think as you slap this thing,
just give them back.
Yeah, so you slap the seal on its back, and it's not pleasant doing so because you can feel like the ridge of its spine, because it's wasted and shriveled and not great. But I think magenta light sort of spills out from the seal and starts to wrap around it, and you hear it shriek. Who would like to go next while it is a bit stunned?
I have an idea, or if you had an idea that Lynn, you could. Or Lynn?
I couldn't really hear that, Julie.
I couldn't hear what you're saying either.
I have an idea, unless you had something you wanted to do, Lynn.
Right now, she's letting this be Ginji show, so she was just going to dart out there, probably creep everybody out because she's staying low to the ground and proving she can move like humans can't.
Oh, yeah.
And
Lady.
going to snatch what fell off already.
Okay, so you duck in the meantime and grab the sandals, and probably the tabi are probably on, but the obi you could probably snatch it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make that attempt. Do I have to roll for that, or just going to say it happened?
We'll say it happened because I don't know what you would roll for that.
Act under pressure.
Yeah, if you want to roll. Gaining experience is nice if you go for it.
Okay, and that's plus cool, I guess.
I believe so.
Ouch.
Really
Well,
cool,
that was a
right?
3.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't think I got the Obi.
What is up with your dice?
You get XP though.
Yeah, congrats, you get XP.
Yeah, I did pretty good. I was just having to kick something's ass. That was fine.
That was fine. Finesse is not your thing. So you try to snatch the obi, but it does sort of drift out of your, just out of your reach as this thing is writhing under the strain of the seal. Eiko, what are you going to do?
I think I'm going to use magic, and maybe can get some spiritual birds going on.
Get your bird friends to help? Okay. That's fine.
Possibly. So, and this is something like I wasn't really sure before, but I've since hashed it out. And birds are definitely something that are very much associated with Eiko, especially blackbirds and things.
Yep.
But so I think I'm gonna use magic and maybe try to get the birds to pluck the obi off.
Okay.
10.
All right. That sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, so as you... Does Eiko, like, float a little when she does her magic? Is it
Of course.
weird and creepy?
Oh, dark black and purple fire.
Yeah, we see, like, little specks of dark black and purple flame sort of form themselves into shadowy little sparrows, essentially, that start to just go, and they snatch the sash away and also tear away the tabi off of this creature.
Oh boy. Okay.
And deposit them at Eiko's feet, and then they sort of wink out of existence. And this thing is straining under a binding. It can't really move anymore.
I think Ginji has a signature move at this point. And could I petition for a +1 forward here from the binding spell?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh,
Ginji.
also, fun thing, that magic on that sword is still effective.
Oh!
So it's moving like super fucking powered right now.
Nice. Oh, did you put the +1? Where is it?
What I said was it allows you to do some superhuman bullshit. But like, just if you're cool with it, since I didn't end up actually using that, like maybe we just say it was the badassified one instead.
Yeah, that's fine.
The enchanted weapon.
Do it.
So
Yeah, enchanted weapons.
if I hit, I will be hitting for 5 harm. And I have a plus.
I'm going to tell you will obliterate it, so go for it.
Yeah. So I think he sees this opening, right? Like he falls into a stance that he doesn't know, and sees that like all of these bits of the funeral garb have been pulled away. And the creature is stuck still, and maybe we see like a sigil glow and use like purple fire at the tsuba of the sword as
it sort of pulses out.
The image colors mix.
as the gold lights up along the edge of the blade and in his eyes, and uncharacteristic of Ginji, he like yells out and lunges forward and hopefully, if I don't miss, buries the sword to the hilt into this creature. So +1. Submit. I did the roll wrong. That it is impossible to get a 0. I need to not type a plus. I always forget that. All right, let's try that again. 10. All right,
Yeah.
I would like to inflict terrible harm and deal
so
6
much harm.
harm.
Okay, yeah, that straight up does the thing. Describe, yeah, you've buried the sword to the hilt in this thing.
Yeah, and it's this like low thrust, so he's like shoulder to shoulder with it, with the sword all the way through, yelling in primal anger. And I think there's a wave of this gold energy that pulses off of the sword and like whisks the creature into ash.
Yeah, it just sort of disintegrates, and the ash is sort of drifting there. And you have killed it.
And Ginji drops to a knee because he has a brand.
Of course he does. I think while that was going on also, if you'll permit me in interest of time, we'll say Eiko provided Hanako and helped her get her funerary garb back on. And as you do that, the cloth that is wrapped around her face sort of falls away. Her face is unharmed, but her eyes are still closed.
I can cross now. Thank you.
Hanako, wait.
What?
Shouldn't delay her.
He needs
don't-
to cross.
You don't have to go. You can
Ginji.
come back with us.
You know it's not that simple.
Why?
She goes back, she won't be human.
There are some things you can't come back from, Ginji.
Come on. You all need to get out of here before it's too late. Let's go back to the gates.
She reaches out and takes your hand in both of hers.
Thank you. So much. Thank you for the rose. And the birthday wish.
Don't make me say goodbye to you again.
It's not goodbye, just see you later. Come on.
Yeah.
And she, as she passes by each of you, Eiko, she hugs you tight.
Very tight, yes.
I'll miss you.
And Miyu, she finds your hands and holds them in both of hers to steady them.
You did really good. You saved me.
Miyu looks as if she's about to start to say something and then stops and just smiles. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
And Risa, as you're standing off to the side, Hanako turns in your direction.
Thank you.
Imagine it. Someone had to come watch after these idiots.
Take care of them, okay? They need all the help they can get.
Yeah, especially with that guy around.
And so you all make your way back to the gates.
Mm-hmm.
And it's shrunk in size considerably, but you can still pass through it. And as you head on through, it sort of snaps closed as the last of you come through. And Kokuri-san just sort of drops fairly unceremoniously onto one of the benches in the area. Welcome back.
We've completed our task.
I know.
It's done.
She told me. And he
What?
gestures over to the
What?
marker. And you see Hanako standing there, although she looks dressed in rather fine shrine maiden regalia. And is not particularly transparent, but is decidedly radiant.
Hanako?
You're...
Hanako!
What are you? Aiko's gonna rush up and throw her arms around her.
Eiko! She hugs you back. She's very, very warm.
But how? It's not supposed to be possible.
Well, I guess I must have done really good at this whole Shrine Maiden gig, and they decided it's okay if I'm a kami.
Mommy.
Oh.
It's a yokai.
Ginji looks between Kokuri-san and you, like waiting for an explanation.
So all this is going on. I'm getting my wrappings back from
Yeah. Shingo is
let
like,
them have their
I
moment.
took care of your shoes.
Good boy.
This boy.
It's like, great, now I'll be getting back on.
And I think we can, we'll sort of zoom away from there as you're all hugging and happy. Unless there's anything else anyone wants to do.
I'd like to have a moment with Miyu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like maybe as we're leaving the shrine after we've spent probably much too long talking to Hanako.
Yeah, I think as you're leaving, it's like past sunset. And getting on toward the dark of evening, but it's not quite dark yet. The lights are coming on in the street, but
Can we say we held like a little birthday party there?
Totally.
Shrine?
yeah, we montage a little
Like
a little
like
birthday.
magic candles and shit.
Absolutely.
Hey, Miyu, can I talk to you for a second?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And I'm like holding the sword awkwardly, like just so I'm doing something with my hands.
Are you gonna give that back? And she's smiling.
Thank you for what you said in there. I needed to hear that. See you at club tomorrow?
Well, hang on. If you're gonna be a member, you're gonna need this. And I take out the badge that I definitely had in my bag this whole time and give it to him.
Do I have to?
What? It's cool.
And she looks at it. It's got
It's a
the
badge of
tackiest
+1
hot
cool.
topic ass.
it's like types it in Abaddon or something.
God.
Puts the sword under one arm, pulls the wallet out from his pocket. All right, Prez. Whatever you say.
Damn right. Number 3. And she kind of claps him on the back, and
And I think we freeze
Where we
frame
cut.
on that, and it goes all sketchy, and that's where we end the episode.
Yeah. To be continued.
Fred.
Good ghost hunting, friends.
Ugh.
All right. In spite of the technical curses and other things that happened, we have wrapped. It is very late, and our club president needs to go to bed. So
Yeah.
We will do our outros super duper quick, where you can be found on the internets, and yeah. So, our chosen Ginji, Dylan.
Hello, I am Dylan Grinder, aka Anarsis. I'm a graphic designer, game designer, nerd. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Anarsis. It's right there above my hand, presumably. Ah, yeah, I got the aim right. Sweet.
It doesn't happen very often.
I do role-playing shows. I do video game stuff. I have opinions on Twitter. There you go.
Yep. Sunday night, there's possibly a show on your channel, right?
Yeah. I'm playing Ryutama, or I'm running Ryutama on Off the Table tomorrow at 11 Pacific, and then again on my channel at 6 Pacific, which Jess will be on. Along with, I think, the whole cast this time. I think we have everybody.
Yay. It's been a while.
Yeah.
February's been a whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Lynn! Risa, our monstrous.
Hi, I'm Linda. I go by Lynn Mars here on Twitch and on Twitter. Part-time poet, always daydreamer, and streamer of things that let me build things, so.
Yup.
If you like people lining up blocks and making them into neat-looking shapes, I'm your girl. 2.5 hours digging a big hole, so.
Yes, so.
Enough said. Not most exciting, but I try to talk. Next.
It's fun. Our expert, our club president. Where can we find you, Em? What do you do?
Well, what do I do? Hi guys. eTreffery on Twitter, Treffery most other places. I do a lot of yelling about RPGs and occasionally draw things and stuff and things. And I'm occasionally on this channel, otherwise just around the internets. But yeah, that's me.
All right. And last but certainly not least, our spooky girl, Julie.
Hi, I'm Julie at Softsymbol on Twitter and Twitch. I stream occasionally and occasionally pop up on Jess's channel for tabletops and moments. I mostly do the art and yelling about TTRPGs thing. It's great. It's always so
Very
much
neat.
So much of that. We kind of all do a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's our lovely cast. And then there's me. I'm Jess. Thanks. Jess or Joe, depending on how many Jesses are also in the room or on the stream. I go by Little Cup of Joe on Twitch, Twitter, and basically everywhere on the internet. I'm not that difficult to find. I stream Otome games late at night on the weekends here. I stream this show. I stream a Ryutama campaign every other Sunday. And then I'm kind of all over Encounter Roleplay and some other TTRPG channels and yelling about shit on Twitter all the time. So that's it. Thank you for joining us, friends. Hope you had a good time. Hope you got scared a little bit, and hope you got emotional a little bit, because we had all of that tonight.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time. This is a monthly show, but since we had to postpone, we'll talk on Twitter about the schedule. You'll find out. Just follow me, and I will tell you all about it.
You'll know.
You'll know. All right, friends. Good night. Be safe.
Good night.
Farewell.